Hello everyone, it's time to talk about viability rankings for RBY Overused right after SPL 16, so April 2025. So I start these off by saying that only 11 Pokemon are firmly overused right now. In this group you will find Alakazam, Chansey, Cloyster, Exeggutor, Gengar, Jynx, Rhydon, Snorlax, Starmie, Tauros and Zapdos. As ranked Pokemon, we have 5 of them, in my opinion. So S5, the king of RBY Overused, Tauros, Revenge Killer and Sweeper. Then Snorlax, mid-game threat, the Progress Maker. Chansey, the sponge for special attacks. Starmie, the best defensive Pokemon in the tier. And Exeggutor, the best sleeper. We can also use Psychic, Explosion, Stun Spore, Rest, so it's the best counter for Rhydon. So these are the 5 that you always want on your team, or at least most of the times. You can add lead and you have a great team already, or you can move Starmie to the lead spot, add a 6th Pokemon in the back and you have a great team too. Chansey can be used as the backup sleeper in case of need. You have at least 2 Thunder Wave or Paralysis move users in Chansey and Exeggutor. Make it 3 with Starmie. You have at least 2 Body Slam users in Snorlax and Tauros. So not only these 5 are great on their own, they also work well together, they complement each other. The next group includes 4 Pokemon A rank. 1 is a great anti-lead, arguably the best anti-lead if you are using back Starmie, and 3 are just the best offensive 6th slots: Rhydon, Zapdos and Cloyster. They represent the overused triangle, which is not fire, grass, water with Charmander, Bulbasaur and Squirtle. It's notoriously water, electric, rock, ground. Zapdos is a legendary that can give problems to the S5 group. Rhydon is a powerful attacker who walls Zapdos. Cloyster clamps slow stuff down. It can switch into physical attacks, use Explosion. Back Alakazam is versatile, but once it's paralyzed, it struggles a lot against Snorlax and Rhydon, and physical attacks in general. But we will get to that later. Then the B group, which includes sleeper leads, Jynx and Gengar. These Pokemon are the best sleepers in the lead position. Jynx can get the sleep and an early freeze as well. Gengar walls stuff, mostly Monolux sets. It learns Explosion, so it's used in the back too. Then the C group, Jolteon, Articuno and Slowbro. These are the Pokemon that can do great things, but they are also risky picks. Jolteon is weaker than Zapdos. Slowbro is a bad luck magnet, and Articuno, well, it's good against Tauros, Snorlax and Exeggutor, but it struggles too much across the board. Chansey, Starmie, not to mention Cloyster. And finally, the D group, Pokemon with consistency issues: Dragonite, Victreebel, Moltres, Lapras, Persian. So let's begin from the top. Tauros is unanimously number 1. Indispensable, great coverage, inevitable. Same good old moveset. Right now some players are using Rest because they want to use Tauros more aggressively. They don't have Rest Snorlax all the time, and Thunderbolt is an option for beating Cloyster, but it's still quite rare. This is also an index of players disrespecting Cloyster. Snorlax is still number 2, better than Chansey. You're not going to replace this guy, however, you really need its moveset to be effective. Either that, or you're going to need to make good plays. Snorlax is number 2, and if you don't agree, maybe you're not picking its moveset correctly. Body Slam is mandatory, Earthquake is desperately needed right now, Hyper Beam, Self-Destruct and Rest are all great moves. I think it's hard to make room for Reflect right now, but this doesn't take anything away from Snorlax. At number 3 we have Chansey. Players are using Jinx and Jengar a lot, so that they can get back to Beam Bolt coverage, so no more Sing. This is a sign of appreciation. Chansey and Starmie are interchangeable in my opinion, both are win conditions. I would say that Chansey is better early in the game, Starmie is better in the end game. However, Thunderbolt Chansey can force out stuff and make progress, so right now I would rank it at number 3. Number 4, Starmie. It covers too much stuff defensively. It's the only recover user that is bulky enough so it can go 1 against 1 with Snorlax. It stops Exeggutor without Stun Spore. It stops Cloyster. It has a natural advantage against Rhydon. It's a great lead. And yeah, Starmie is actually the anti-lead that gets the freeze. So that's a lot. At number 5, Exeggutor. Best sleeper in the game. Explosion user, Rest, Stun Spore, just too good. And I don't think it's necessarily better than Starmie, but it fits very well into any team. Next, A rank. At number 6, for the first time, I have Rhydon. Zapdos is doing great and Rhydon is needed, but even more importantly, Rhydon still has a great win rate in spite of players using Beam Bolt instead of Seismicos Chansey. Rhydon hits hard no matter what happens around him. Number 7, Zapdos. When you look at the top 10-11 Red Blue Yellow overused Pokemon, Rhydon is the only one who really stops Zapdos. And you need something to punish Exeggutor and Starmie. So Zapdos is the natural answer to Exeggutor and Starmie. Win rate is still high, usage is good as well, so Zapdos is definitely a relevant tool to have in your arsenal. At number 8, Cloyster. Positive win rate, and it's a bit disrespected by players. And again, no Thunderbolt Tauros means that Cloyster is underrated, and it is winning games. Then at number 9, Alakazam. This is a controversial take, but both usage and win rate stats are at an all-time low. Exeggutor has eaten away a lot of Alakazam's usage in the back. Starmie stops special attackers, other than Zapdos obviously. Starmie is often better in the lead spot as well, especially if you consider it as Blizzard. Alakazam's best use is as a lead. Then B rank, at number 10, Jinx. And one could argue for Jinx and possibly even Jengar being ranked higher than Alakazam right now. Jinx has a high win rate, definitely a good moment. Trying to get the early freeze. Using Rest, Snorlax comes in, protecting Jinx. Snorlax takes one for the team, uses Self-Destruct. Yeah. Players have found a way to baby Jinx. At number 11, Jengar, which is used both in the lead spot and in the back. Players are late at using Earthquake Snorlax again, so Jengar is still walling them, and Jengar is a popular choice for Zapdos teams, also used in Boom Spam teams, so a good moment. C rank. Jolteon is losing popularity, Zapdos being used in the lead position per Jolteon. Anyway, Jolteon is the only one in the C group who is being used enough to grant it the overused status. just usage-wise. At number 13, Articuno has found room in some unconventional builds like Zapdos Exeggutor, Snorlax Tauros, Voister Articuno. It's struggling against Starmie, Chansey, Cloyster. It's one hit KO'd by Rock Slide. It's outsped by Zapdos. I mean, no matter how you spin it, Articuno is going to face some adversity, but it can win games with proper setup, freeze and agility give it a chance. At number 14 we have Slowbro, who has very high ceiling. However, it's a bad luck magnet, and the current trends don't help him one bit. Zapdos is common, self-destructing explosion over the place, Gengar and Rhydon will beat it, Chansey is using Thunderbolt, and Black Alakazam is nowhere to be seen. D rank are pretty much interchangeable. Very few players are going to have the guts to use those. 15 Dragonite, who keeps disappointing. I mean, Dragonite is theoretically broken, but it does not give guarantees, and Starmie is using Blizzard more often than not. Zapdos and Gengar are common things that you don't want to see either. 16 Persian, Mr. Frail. Gengar is common right now. At number 17, Victreebel consistency issues. Exeggutor, Zapdos and Gengar are too common. And players are going to preserve Starmie when they are using Rhydon. Number 18, Lapras, Jack of all trades. Still ending up short. You need to get rid of Chansey so it can work. With Zapdos and Thunderbolt Chansey in the picture, it's hard to see Lapras using Grass right now. At number 19, Moltres, low accuracy. This is another Pokemon that has issues with consistency and accuracy. Zapdos is too common. I think we have reached the point where players agree on Articuno being better. So that's it. This is my take on the current state of Red Blue Yellow Overused. Players argue about rankings all the time. Everyone has different takes. It's all good. I know some of these takes are going to be controversial, like Alakazam. Well, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching and see you soon.